Everything I've done in my life, I've done for my children. I know I've made mistakes, but I've always tried to do the best by them because I love them.
Have you thought about the possibility that your children are actually scared of you?
I apologize. They don't know.
I want a broadcast network. I want to see what other news operations we can sweep up local TV.
Yeah, nobody watches TV.
Why shouldn't we do all the news?
Well, Kim Jong-un. Because that's not how things work in this country.
We have a major problem. He's erratic. He's making bad decisions. He's a hero. He's going to destroy the government.
Anyway, you gonna do something?
I think I'm the best option.
Oh, right, because you like playing boss?
This is my vision. I take over. You two under me.
Under you. Can we think about it?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, thought about it.
This family has consequences.
Kick out the old man, get with the new guard.
Where you been?
I was meeting about a prospective job. How is it? Disagreeing with Dad is not treason.
Once is enough for a war with your family.
It's rebellion. Sabotage. Deliberate attempt to undermine my whole business.
That's the death. Take a look.
I feel like I might not like it.
That's why we're in charge right now. It's my company.
You are a nobody.
Hey guys, Soleil here from Omnisplash, and I spent a bunch of time today preparing my top 5 decks for you to get Legend with. And after looking into things a lot, spending a lot of time researching, looking at win rates, practicing, theory crafting, all of that, I determined 4 decks kind of stand above the rest. So this is going to be my top 4 decks from which would take, and they're in no particular order. So first up, I have a Druid deck here, and it's a Spiteful Druid. It goes really good win rates, the Spiteful Druid decks in general. And I think this deck's a little bit better than the rest. Some reasons why are I cut some of the worst cards and put in some better performing cards. The more expensive, slow stuff like Lich King and Scalebane wasn't performing that well, so I cut some of that. And instead, what the deck really needs is cheaper stuff like Dire Mole and maybe a Fire Plume Phoenix, because the deck lacks recovery mechanics. It lacks good AoE tools. That's part of why MC Tech's in there. So it's really important in the deck to hit a decent curve. In particular, 1-drop. You miss your 2-drop almost every time because you don't have Prince Kel'Thuzad, so you go 1-drop into hero power. And it's really important that you have that 1-drop on 1 into hero power so that you have 2 damage to kill their Firefly or their Argent Splitter. That kind of stuff just comes up a lot in this metagame right now. So it's a Spiteful Druid, a little bit lower curve than usual. One cool synergy in the deck is you can use Leroy Jenkins to spawn whelps for your opponent, and that can give your opponent enough minions to steal something with MC Tech. Notable exclusion is Tar Creeper. That card was just consistently at the bottom of win rate stats. Not just in this deck, but in a variety of decks I was looking at. I don't have a great explanation for it. Maybe it has to do with the frequency of silence effects. Maybe it has to do with the fact that you kind of need to kill your opponent's minions in this metagame before they start doing things like stuff like Vicious Fledgling or Hench Clan Thug would be a big one. Those guys need to be killed. You can't just put a taunt play and pray. Oh, quick and dirty moving guide to the deck. You're going to want to keep a 1-drop, either Dire Mole or Firefly. You keep Prince Kel'Thuzad, you keep Spiteful Summoner, and you throw back pretty much everything else, almost every time. Next deck. Rogue, Odd Rogue. So the power of Baku and Odd Rogue is just insane. Having a 2-mana hero power that deals 4 damage, not just to face, but to minions, and in a flexible manner. It's value, it's tempo, it's flexible, it's insanely good. The main thing I noticed when I was looking at stats for Odd Rogue is that the low curve builds were the cheap, low value cards were performing poorly, and the expensive high value cards were performing quite well. And if you think about the deck, I think that makes a lot of sense because the hero power is so insane if your opponent's like playing minions into your minions and you're using it. But if your opponent is more of a removal survive type strategy, then cards to help keep you alive and win condition. Although a lot of times your win condition is just like Warlord. But yeah, Control War. Jack says build these things some really smart ideas behind it. By the way, I'm not at all convinced that Godfrey is building this deck. Yeah, Godfrey's a great card to back. You can a lot of you can definitely play like another voodoo doll. And finally, we have Even Paladin, heavily inspired by incredible research work done by my good friend Mike. He of course played Valenier over Silver Sword, because that's a pet card of his, but Silver Sword is quite a bit better in the deck. Mulligan guide, you basically just keep called arms and pretty often spikes Keeper Jaren depending on the matchup. Like if your opponent's not playing a bunch of small minions and they're playing big minions, then some Keeper Jarens are better obviously. But yeah, most of your Mulligan you can call arms, that's the big one. Not the bad one, sorry. There's some Silver Hand 1 minute hero power, the Dry Gulch Jailer, like Stagadon, and just plug and play juggler and Direwolf Alpha. About deck Wild Pyromancer, which is really strong in that concentration, especially when there's a lot of small minions. It's definitely something I've been noticing about this metagame. There's just a lot of 1 health minions. So cards like Wild Pyromancer and that new mage spell 3 mana, go 5. Even Avenging Rat seems to play. It's a historically terrible card in this metagame. So deeply emphasizes 1 health minions instead of those cards. It's a bit better. Tyrion is quite a terrible card from all the stats I've looked at. What else can I say about the deck? Pretty much summarized it. This is by no means the only good paladin. This is the one I recommend. But you can also play odd paladin to be good. Good stuff paladins be good with Murloc package or with secret package or Murloc via secret. There's like a lot of good ways to build paladin. Most of them involve called arms. All of them are all about called arms, except for the odd ones which you can run called arms and instead being something like safety paladin or paladin. This would be the paladin deck I recommend to get legend with this metagame. And also, I'm realizing I forgot to give you guys a Mulligan guide for this Warlock deck. And the quick and dirty guide is you basically want Lackean Skull, because those are the things that cheat out big things, those are the game winners. You typically keep Librarian, because it tends to be worth 2 life after 1 minute, 2/1. And in some matchups, you'll keep some other stuff, like sort of Doomsayer and whatnot. But for the most part, the good stuff, if you're not sure what to Mulligan for, you probably want Lackean Skull. Oh, and we actually keep Gul'dan a lot, so many kinds of deck. So, that's going to do it for my video. These are my top 4 decks. I will get the deck codes in the description or comments below for you guys, and as a bonus, we'll have 5 more deck codes. I'll have decks I recommend in all 9 classes. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you thought in the comments. Be sure to click that subscribe button. You can check out my Twitch stream live, twitch.tv/SoleilHS. You can follow me on Twitter @SoleilHS. Thanks for watching.
Sonya's not doing anything. Like, the turn I can kill Sonya's, I can